Hi, I'm Casey Weston-Scow, and today I would like to talk to you about what it feels like to win a national championship. Have you ever worked your butt off for something, and when that hard work finally pays off, you look back at everything you went through, all the sacrifices you made, all the blood, sweat, and tears, and you just think, wow, it was all so worth it. Because that is exactly what it feels like to not just win one, but two national titles, and to make Blaine College history. I'm on the Blaine College dance team, and every year we go to Daytona, Florida to compete at NDA, which is the National Dance Association. Our preparation before we even start learning our routines starts in the summer with required weekly workouts and dance classes, and then when school starts, we start preparing as a team. We learn the dances and begin preparing with vigorous workouts and long practices. When April 1st comes is when we make the long drive to Florida and we begin our adventure of competing with schools from all over. Now, like I said, our preparation begins in the summer. Our coach requires us to do weekly workouts, which include a lot of cardio, ab, and leg workouts, and required dance classes. We have to post a picture or video to our private Facebook page where our coach will check and see who's meeting all these requirements. Then when school starts, we start our mandatory 2-hour practices, and along with preparing for football games, basketball games, and volleyball games, we start learning new tricks and turn combos that are going to be in the dance. There are 27 girls on the team, but our coach only puts 16 in POM and 16 to 18 in team performance, so not everyone will be in a dance. Yes, we are a team, but we have to compete against each other to be on mat. For those of you who don't know, an aerial is a no-handed cartwheel, and coming into my freshman year, I didn't have my aerial completely down, plus I wasn't the greatest turner, but making mat for at least one of the dances was a must for me. So I would go in before practice and stay after practice to work on my turns and my aerial. We then get into learning the dances, and our coach decides who is going to be in them based on if you can do the required skills. Those skills include head springs, aerials, turn combos, and all sorts of leaps. All the work I put in before, during, and after practice paid off because I got put in POM dance, and then later I got put into team performance. This is when we start to clean the dances, and in doing that we have to wear wrist weights because a lot of what the judges look at is sharpness and cleanliness. Every Tuesday and Thursday we would go to the rec because it had a room with mirrors so we can watch ourselves. And for 2 hours we would go in, we would run the dances full out with wrist weights, and then immediately after we had to run for 2 minutes around the track, and we would repeat this for the entire 2 hours of practice. We also do these things called show-offs, which is when we go to other colleges and we watch other colleges perform, and we also perform our routines for them. And this basically just helps us getting ready for actually competing at nationals, and it helps us to get our mistakes out and all of our nerves out. We go to schools such as SFA, Sam Houston, and we also have our own show-off at Berlin. Now comes the weekend before heading to Daytona, packing and getting mentally prepared for nationals. We leave the afternoon of April 1st, and not only is the dance team on the bus, but the cheer team is as well. So we're all crammed on this bus for 15 hours, and we drive all through the night, only stopping once to switch bus drivers, to go to the bathroom, and to get snacks. We get there on a Tuesday, and how nationals works is prelims are on Thursday and finals is on Friday. So we get there on a Tuesday and we practice all day every day until prelims. Now comes prelims. We wake up at the butt crack of dawn to go into our coach's room to get ready, and we only have 2 people doing our makeup because our coach wants us to look exactly the same. Once we're done getting ready, we start warming up and practicing for prelims. In order to make finals, you have to get a high enough score in prelims. So we make it through prelims and we get back our score sheet from the judges. Whatever the judges didn't like in our routine, we changed that night, the night before finals. Last year, we had to change a whole section in our team dance because the judges said it wasn't complex enough. So finals day comes, and none of us got any sleep because we were up all night practicing and our nerves are so high. We start warming up and practicing, and then we get called backstage. This is the most nerve-wracking experience I've ever had. I mean, my hands are sweating, I'm going over the dance outside of my head, and I'm praying that I don't mess up. Next thing you hear is, "And now please welcome Blaine College Treasures." We get up on stage, hearts pounding, and we're just waiting for the first beat of the music. And once we hear that first beat, our nerves disappear and we dance like it's the last thing we will ever do. Mind you, we had 2 dances, so we had to go through this twice, and it was just as nerve-wracking as the first time. In all the history of sports at Blinn College, not one team had ever brought home 2 national titles in 1 year. We get up on stage for awards, it gets down to the last 2 teams for second and first place, and as soon as we heard them call the other team's name for second place, we had instant tears in our eyes, we're screaming and hugging each other, our coaches running on stage and screaming, and that feeling of being accomplished and just complete happiness is the best feeling in the world. So yes, our practices were long and tiring. Our summers revolved around working out and dance classes. We sweated through 1,000 shirts. Our bodies were constantly sore, and we got hurt occasionally. But at the end of it all, we brought home 2 national titles and made Blinn College history. Not to mention, we got our national champions jacket and 2 big fat rings to show for it. So winning a national title and becoming a 2-time national champion is something that is backbreaking but rewarding at the same time. Thank you.